Let's take you to Cape Town now, or rather the Western Cape, where parts of the province have been badly impacted by heavy rainfall. Power outages due to the weather have also been reported. Emergency services have been deployed to affected areas. For more on this, we are joined by eNCA senior reporter Ayesha Ismail. Ayesha, I see the picture that you're giving us there. People basically inside the water, going into their homes. Tell us exactly what the city is doing in terms of cleanup or mop-up operations.
Masejo, it's hard to believe that for 2 days we had heavy rain, and now of course the sun is shining. I've just had to shed my jacket because it's suddenly so hot at the moment. But we are in Langa at the moment, and as you can see, the Langa residents standing here in the water. They say they've been in the water for days now. But we also have the city of Cape Town working across the Western Cape, trying to clear the drains, trying to get, to help people to clear the water here across the Western Cape. But I'm now joined by the City of Cape Town's mayor. Sir, you've been here this morning around here talking to the community. What exactly is the City of Cape Town doing? Because I'm told that there's a window of 3 days because we're expecting more rain on the weekend.
Yes. Thank you for coming out. We have got every man and woman that we can deploy to the ground, to the communities, out in teams, trying to clean up this water, pump it out, clear out drains to let it flow away normally. You can hear the pump in the background working overtime. We've got 2 right here in this community, and 110 teams out in the city at the moment right now. And they will keep working day and night around the clock until we get this water to subside and to move it away. Until then, there are many thousands of residents living with water in their homes and in really tough, unpleasant conditions. And we just thank them for their patience and assure them that we have got every person working on this that we can.
Now, some opposition parties are criticizing the Democratic Alliance and, of course, the Mayor of Cape Town for not being prepared for these winter conditions.
We did a winter readiness program this year where we cleaned out 100 kilometers of drain pipe proactively. And what's encouraging to see is those areas where we cleaned have not flooded this last few days. But what has happened is areas that we didn't clean have flooded. And so we are working on unblocking those drains. We are working on pumping out the water. And we've got to go back and see how do we increase that number from 100 kilometers higher in the months ahead to prepare for the rains, the real winter rains. It's hard to imagine that it gets any worse than the last few days, but the real winter rains are usually in July and August to make sure that we can handle that coming rain season as well. And indeed in the years ahead to make sure that becomes standard practice.
Thank you so much for your time. Masejo, I just want to walk over to some other City of Cape Town officials, to talk to them about the clearing of stormwater drains and the clearing of drains, because that seems to be one of the biggest problems here in the City of Cape Town. Sir, you were inspecting the area.
Yes.
What seems to be the main problem causing the blockage of drains?
So where we experience any type of blockage generally across the city, and in this case it's a very definite example of it, is an abundance of solid waste. So we clear the storm drain system in preparedness for winter and on a regular basis where we know there are problem areas with dumping. But unfortunately that dumping is unabated. It doesn't stop, and solid matter ends up in the storm drain system, and that exacerbates flooding. Furthermore, what we have seen already by looking at the various diagrams is that unfortunately there's a lot of illegal sort of land invasions that have taken place. Those have now resulted in structures being erected over our storm drain lids. We can't access them without having to move people first, which becomes problematic in its own way. And as a result, we are having a really difficult time maintaining a lot of our infrastructure because we either can't access it or it is under onslaught of abuse in terms of dumping.
Thank you so much for your time. And Masejo, as I said to you earlier, the sun is shining, but as you can see, it's starting to rain again now. But just listening to the City of Cape Town officials appealing to the people across the Western Cape to start cleaning their drains, but most importantly, to stop dumping in the drains. Drains are not meant to be used as dumping devices, and that, of course, is causing the blockage most of the times. But Masejo, just another shot, as you can see how people are walking in the water. The City of Cape Town has also got their officials on duty on site at the moment to try and clear the water, and as I said, they've got 3 days left to do so, as we are expecting more rains on the weekend.